Alright, I want to go over one more stock today. I'm not actually trading this one. I guess I could say I'm trading it. I'm doing covered calls, but I have a long position at around 25.50 is my cost basis for US Steel X. And so I wanted to do a little technical analysis on this one and show you where we stand at, where I think it's going over the next couple of months. So let me zoom out real quick. Let's just see. If you go to the monthly on this is a good one to look at on the monthly. Shows you the total picture. So during the Corona crash, well, this is already going down, and then the Corona crash solidified the bottom all the way down to 451. I mean, if you got in there, then you're making a ton of money, but I didn't get in until later. And the reason that I decided to get into the stock is I think that yields are going to keep on rising over the next couple of months. I think that yields could go possibly to 2.5%, the 10-year yield. And so if you look at the 10-year chart side by side with X, you'll see they're very similar. They move together. And so going off of that, that's when I bought into it. I didn't have the best entry, like I said. Cost base is a little bit higher than I wanted, but I'm not really that worried about it. A very solid stock. It's not going to sell off too much, and I think it has a lot of upside. So if you zoom out to the monthly chart using Elliott Wave, we got 1, 2, and then we have 3. Which went way past the 3.61 fib. And then if we take this, we can go up here and we see that the fourth wave actually went down to the 0.5 fib, which is usually about as far as the fourth wave will go, and immediately bounces from there. So currently we are on the fifth wave. Just based off the monthly chart, I can give a price target right now. We take the fib, we go down here, we take this to the bottom of the fourth wave, and I already have it marked here. My target is minimum 31 bucks. So 31.19 all the way up to about 34 bucks is where I think the fifth wave will end. And we're starting that right now. That went all the way to 24 today. I'll show you what I did today. Let's go down to the weekly. You can't really see it there, so we'll go down to the daily. As you can see, third wave A, B, C. And actually, I don't really need these. Get rid of those. Alright, so fifth wave started right here. So we're just trying to finish up number 1 right now. The first wave within the fifth wave. So on the 4-hour chart, you can clearly see 1, 2, and then you can't really see on this one. We have to go down to a lower time frame. Let's go to 2 hours, see if we can see it. Still can't see it. I think the 1 hour is good for this, maybe. Yes, so 1 hour. So we have 1, 2, and then within the second wave, or in the third wave, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2. Go down even more. 30-minute. 3, 4, and 5. Could it go higher? Yes, it could go higher. Originally, when I charted this, I thought it would go to about 24 max. But now, looking at this and figuring out this is a third wave. Not the third wave. This is a third overall wave, but the fifth of the third wave here. We got. Let's see where I think this can go. So I think it's possible this can go to 24.75. It's also possible that it doesn't go much higher because I looked at the overall. Let's look at this. We got the overall first wave. I mean, this is already the 3.61 fib for the third wave is 24.44. So it can go higher, and it's possible 24.79 based off the fibs within this fifth wave of the third wave. I know it's kind of confusing, but you can see I have 5 waves within the third. So 24.79 is as high as this can go right here. That would be the overall third wave. So we have 1, 2, 3. That's a fifth and a 3. This is kind of confusing because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 within this fifth wave. Anyway, so first, second, and then let's say the max, let's say that was the top right there today. So it went to 24.06. The pullback, when it's over 1.61 on the third wave, will normally be not any farther than the 23 fib. So I have that already with a question mark, thinking that the fourth wave will go down to about 22.70. What I did today was thinking that we're going to go down to 22.70. I have 700 shares. I sold covered calls a little bit earlier than I probably should have. I sold them around 23.55. That wasn't a very good job, but I sold them at the 25 strike for February 18th. My thinking is when we finally do dip after this third wave is done, down to below 23, I will buy those back for a gain. And then I also entered some puts. I did 23.50 puts for February 18th as well. I think those will be profitable. I got them for about 70 cents. So I need 22.80 by next Friday. I think this will probably happen before next Friday. I'm thinking here in the next couple of days, maybe even the end of the week, as the options chain is looking pretty heavy on the call side around 23 strike. So that is where I think we're headed short term. So probably 24.40 down to 22.70. And then I think that we're going to top out on this first wave somewhere in the 25s, maybe 25.50 tops. So get ready for about 25.50. And then let me zoom back out. Actually, let's go to about the 2 hour. So 25.50 for the overall first wave. So then where would we go on the second wave? We're looking at falling all the way back down to about 21.75. So if I was to do a projection on this, I would do the overall second wave probably down here in that area. And let's see how close, if I do this on the 2 hour, I come to the weekly projection. So that takes us to 30 on the third wave. And then I'm just doing like an overall, and back down to like 28 or so. And then let's get a projection and see if it equals what I would have gotten on the weekly. And look at that. On the 2 hour projection, almost exactly the 0.618 fib I get on the weekly, I get on the 2 hour if I go to the 0.5 fib. Almost exactly. So that's why I say my price target for X over the next, for the fifth wave for X is going to be about 34 bucks. So, and then after that, that's going to end that wave and it's probably going to sell off. So We're looking for $34, probably somewhere. It's probably going to take a few months. Maybe late April, sometime in May, we'll see about 34 bucks, as long as the market keeps on melting up. And if yields are rising, that will help out a lot too. So there's my breakdown for X. Let me know what you think. Any questions, leave me a like and subscribe.